Guys, what's up? It's Jonathan Caslow with Katie Levitt, Nico Zacharatos, and Hudson Pollock, and we're going to be teaching you how to do elimination. By the end of this lesson, students will be able to solve a system of equations with two variables with addition or subtraction through elimination. Understand what elimination is, the difference between elimination and substitution, and the point of elimination.
Blank is the process of solving a system of simultaneous equations by using various techniques to remove the variables successfully. Elimination. The point of elimination is to find the x and y coordinates of a linear equation. You can use elimination when there is no given isolated variable and a variable can be easily eliminated.
So the most important step in solving an equation with elimination is to basically eliminate or isolate one variable. And this happens when you are given or when you solve the equation to get the coefficient of one of the variables. So in this equation, you're given 3y plus 2x equals 6 and 5y minus 2x equals 10. So here you can see that you're given the 2x and the negative 2x, which means you're given the coefficient of the 2x. So you can cancel that out and just get 3y minus 5y, which is negative 2y, equals 16, because 10 plus 6. And now all you do is just solve it like a regular equation. So divide by negative 2, and your y equals negative 8. So now that you've gotten rid of your x variable and found the value of the y variable, you have to choose an equation and plug the y variable back into it to find the value of the x variable. So if you were to choose the first equation, you would do 3 times negative 8, which is your y, plus 2x equals 6. So 3 times negative 8 gives you negative 24, plus 2x equals 6. And now you just solve like a regular equation and add the 24 to both sides of the equation. And you'll get 2x equals 30. And if you divide by 2, you'll get x equals 15. And now your final step in solving an equation with elimination is to set your answer up as an ordered pair. So you have the x and y. So your answer will be x equals 15 and y equals negative 8. So it's 15 and negative 8. And that is your final answer.
Okay, so for example number 2, you can easily see that the negative 2x and the positive 2x can easily be eliminated. So what you're going to do is first eliminate the negative 2x and the positive 2x since they cancel each other out. Then you're going to add together the 3y plus the 5y to get 8y. Then you're going to add together the negative 1 and the positive 25 to get positive 24. Then to solve your system of equation, you're going to divide 8 on both sides. We're then going to get y equals positive 3. Now that you have y equals 3, you're going to plug in the 3 to one of the y's in one of the equation. So I'm going to do 2x plus 5 times 3 equals 25. So you're going to do 2x plus 15 equals 25. Then you are going to subtract 15 on both sides to get 2x equals 10. Divide by 2 on both sides, and you get x equals 5. Now you get 5, 3 as your final answer. Okay, so for example number 3, you're going to try. So once you try, pause this video and do the work yourself, and then when you unpause the video, the answer in the work will be here for you to see. Okay, so now that you've done the work, we're going to go over it. So first you can see that the y and the negative y can cancel each other out, so you cancel those out. You add together the 2x plus the 3x to get 5x, which equals 9 plus 16, which equals 25. You solve, you divide by 5 on both sides and get x equals 5. Now use that 5 and you plug it into one of the x's and one of the equations above. I did 2 times 5 plus y equals 9. So then you get 10 plus y equals 9. You subtract 10 on both sides and get y equals negative 1. Your final answer should be 5, negative 1.
Hey guys, I'm back, and yeah, let's do example 4. So the first thing you gotta do is eliminate, and what else to eliminate but, 2y because they're the same. So we're going to subtract everything here, So that's eliminated, so that's basically out right there. And then we got negative x here equals negative 2. Divide by negative 1. Divide by negative 1. And then you got x equals 2. Yeah, x equals 2. So now we got to plug in 4, 2, plus 2y equals 14. Now we got 8 plus 2y equals 14. Minus 8 minus 8. 2y equals 6. Divided by 2. Divided by 2. And y equals 3. So, the final answer is 2, 3. Alright, here we go. Another example. Let's do this thing. Alright, so we gotta eliminate 11x here because they're the same. So, these are eliminated. We got 3y equals 12. Divided by 3. Divided by 3. Y equals 4. And now we gotta plug in 11x plus 6 times 4 equals 79. 11x plus 24 equals 79. 11x equals minus 24 minus 24. So that is 55 divided by 11 divided by 11. X equals 5. So the final answer is 5, 4.
For example number 6, we are going to do together. As you see here, we have a negative 4y and a negative 2y. To try to eliminate this variable, you're going to multiply the bottom equation by negative 2. You now move down the top equation to right here, and then you get, for the bottom equation, negative 10x plus 4y equals 12. Now that this is solved, you're going to get negative 7x equals 7. And then you get x equals negative 1. You then plug in the negative 1 into one of the equations above. For this one, I did 3 times negative 1 minus 4y equals negative 5. You simplify the equation, and you get 4y equals 2. You divide by 4, and you get 2 over 4. Then you need to simplify the 2 over 4 to get y equals 1/2. Your final equation should be negative 1, 1 over 2.
The final example is a real-world word problem. It says the receivers for the Seaside University football team are practicing running different routes on the field. They have to run a specific distance so that the quarterback knows exactly where to throw the ball. Fareed ran 11 post routes and 19 slant routes, which meant he ran a total of 325 yards. Omar ran 11 post routes and 11 slant routes, which equaled a total of 253 yards. How long is each route? The first step in solving a word problem in which you have to set up the equation on your own is to choose a variable for each factor of the equation. So here the p's represent the post routes and the s's represent the slant routes. So in the top equation, the 11p is the 11 post routes that Fareed ran, and the 19s represents the 19 slant routes he ran, and then the 325 is the total yards. And the 11p underneath represents Omar's 11 post routes, and the 11s represents Omar's 11 slant routes, and then the 253 represents his total yards. The next step in solving this equation is to isolate or eliminate one of the variables. And to do so, you need to change the sign of one of the equations, and you have to change the entire equation. So if you were to change the sign of the bottom equation, you would change it to negative 11p minus 11s equals negative 253. And now you would just solve it like a regular equation. So since you have the negative 11p and the 11p, you would just cross it out because that zeros. And now you would do 19s minus 11s, which would give you 8s, equals 325 minus 253, which would give you 72. And now you would just divide by 8 to find the value of the s, and s gives you 9. So the final step in solving this equation is to plug in your s back into the equation to find the value of the p variable. So if you were to plug your variable back into the second equation, you would do negative 11p minus 11 times 9, which is your s, equals negative 253. So now you have negative 11p minus 99 equals negative 253. And you're going to add the 99 to each side. So now you'll have negative 11p equals negative 154. And if you divide by the negative 11, you should get that your p equals 14. And now your final answer is 9 and 14.